and have urgency, and you always have great results. And the reason we do 24-hour game planning and the goal for doing a 24-hour plan is so, number one, we could have a lot of prospects looking at the business, so they could either be business partners or they could maybe be customers. They look at the opportunity, and by the time maybe they're not interested in making money with us, they will at least be customers and help out and support the person who introduced them to the business. And we want to make sure that every representative that gets started with us has a goal to become an executive team trainer and executive team leader right away within the first 30 days, because just like Mr. Provenzano said earlier, if you are an executive team trainer, all you have to do is duplicate what you have already done, and you already know how to become a senior vice president of ACN, which means this business is duplicating executive team trainers and executive team leader business. So we want to make sure that every person has a goal to achieve those positions right away in the first 30 days. Here's why. You cannot score if you don't have a goal. You can't score in basketball if there's no goal to put the ball in. Would you guys agree with that? It is so important for brand new representatives to have goals right away. And the 24-hour game plan, the major advantage for the leaders, executive team trainers and above, the major advantage you get for doing 24-hour game plan religiously is, number one, you will always have someone to talk to. You will always have somebody to talk to. It's not just who you know, it's who they know. What if they have next Mr. Corey Anderson on their list? What if they have Mr. Spencer Hahn on their list? What if they have next Debbie Davis on their list? What if they have next Mr. Mike Bazzuti or maybe Mr. Simon Abud on their list? It's not about just who you know, it's who they know, and you will always have people talk to. And second thing is, deeper you drive it, the greater chance you're gonna find a great leader. This morning we were talking to Miss Debbie Davis, and she gave us such a great tip. And she said, 2 ways to get leaders in your organization. Number one, you find some. Number two, you develop some. And developing sometimes takes time. That's why you want to always go dig deeper and dig deep, so you could find some natural, maybe already trained and already experienced leaders in your organization. By show of hands, how many of you in this room want to have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 future regional vice presidents in your organization? Maybe some of us don't know them personally, but as long as we dig deep and have everybody prepare their VIP 10, we could truly make it happen. Some of our great team coordinators in Las Vegas, I'll briefly tell you. One of my cousins got started in the business with me a few years back. And within the first 24 hours, we did a 24-hour launch, and I had him invite his best people to the business. One of his coworker and Harold got started, and as soon as he got started, we did a 24-hour game plan with him, and he invited a few people in the first 24 hours, and he invited a person named Ulysses Gonzalez, who's a President's Club member, who's a top producing team coordinator in Las Vegas today. I ran into a lady at Starbucks. I was doing a 3-way meeting, and a lady overheard what I was talking about 3.5 years ago. And she said, hey, I want to know more about it. And got her started in the business. And as soon as she got started, first 24 hours, she introduced me to a person, and she quit the business right after. But that person who she introduced me to, his name is Robert Chin, who's also a President's Club member, one of our top producing team coordinator. I had one of my great friends, Joyce from high school, that I introduced to the business. As soon as she got started, we did a 24-hour game plan. Within the first 24 hours of her business, she introduced me to a gentleman named Mr. James Hsu, who's one of our top producing team coordinator out there in Las Vegas marketplace as well. But the people that I have personally introduced to, they didn't stick around in the business. But in the first 24 hours, they introduced me to somebody who introduced me to somebody who ended up becoming team coordinators and who are going to be regional vice presidents in the future of ACN. Does that make sense to every single one of you? It is so important to keep digging deep. And customer acquisition is so important, and that's why more guests we have looking at the presentation, more prospects, and in case if some of them is not interested in the opportunity, they could become customers right away. Always make sure when we're doing 24-hour game plan plan as we dig deep and start building an organization. The only reason we build big organizations is so they could get the customers you and I can't get. Your initial customers, obviously, should come from yourselves for being able to use the services so you could have the confidence to tell more people about it, and always having the prospects to become customers right away. As many of you know, and you saw all the new websites that we're going to be having as well, myacn.com, myacncanada.ca. You know, we could always take people there for them to be customers in ACN. And I want to encourage every single one of you this weekend, if you haven't already yet, to re-enter or start your 5-year journey in ACN. Start that 5-year success university for you in ACN. So 5 years from now on, you could be here. And 5 years from now on, you could walk on stage and graduate ACN with us. And you know, you could graduate with your MBA in ACN. And the great thing about ACN is when you graduate, you'll want to be around even more and more and more. You know, we don't leave when we graduate. We're going to be here for a very long time. I know for a fact that I'm going to be at these conventions 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now on, because it doesn't matter how much money we make. We truly love this business. And I promise you, as you go on and learn more and more about this business, you're going to love it more and more and more and more and more as you go on and have more success in ACN. The difference is that a lot of professions and a lot of maybe corporate people out there who might make 6-figure income, as the years go by, they start to hate their jobs more and more and more. You talk to every single circle member, every single senior vice president and regional vice presidents, they're more excited today than ever before. They're working harder today than ever before, and they're more committed today than ever before. They're telling more people about ACN opportunity today than ever before. And I know the leadership of this company and leadership, the co-founders of this company is truly, absolutely ready. And we are set on making ACN the largest network marketing company in the world and taking this company to a multi-billion-dollar company in the next 5 to 10 years. And we want to encourage every single one of you to be part of that. We want you to have a huge percentage of that. And just remember, as you go on and start doing these 24-hour game plans in your local marketplaces, just remember, believe that everybody could be a regional vice president, but you need to personally work as if everybody's going to quit in the next 48 hours. I've always been taught to over-plan and overwork. So even if everything went wrong, you could still win, and you could still win in ACN. And I want to challenge every single one of you today at this Phoenix, Arizona event to go out there and leave this weekend with the bulletproof mindset. There's no distraction, or no naysayers, no situation, or no person could distract you no longer. Because you're strong enough to go out there and make it happen in ACN. Remember, if a ghetto Korean boy like me who didn't speak English, who was called hello boy, who was called stupid, could truly make it in ACN, you can make it in ACN. You deserve this opportunity. You deserve to win in ACN. Everybody say, I deserve to win in ACN. Everybody say, I deserve to be a senior vice president in ACN. Let's focus more than ever before. Let's go out and help more people than ever before. John C. Maxwell said, if you're going to fail, you better fail forward, because you need to continue to learn and you got to get up. Les Brown said, it's not how many times you get down, it's how many times you get back up. And as long as you're getting up every time you get down, you can win in ACN. You're a champion. This is a blessed company. We're blessed people. You deserve to win in ACN. I'll see every single one of you guys at the top. God bless every single one of you. Thank you.